Peace was good, man. It's NomeTV at the dark. Uh, I just watched a very cringy video. Basically early on Monday. When I was at work. Shout out to Everything King. Again, for me, I hope that your pops get all right, man. My mom was in the hospital just like a week ago. My pops was in the hospital about a month and a half ago or more. And, I just lost my uncle a couple weeks ago, so I've been through a little bit myself, so I'm wishing you and your pops good faith, man. Hope he be okay and return home to y'all tomorrow, like you were saying, or today when you see this video, if you watch it. About the Lions, though, man, I gotta say, when I watched the video earlier, King, I gotta say, that cringy feeling you was talking about, I feel it too. It's not even so much about the fact that our defense is weak against the run. It's not even so much as it about the offensive coordinator just being a big cunt. It's just about when well, it is about Cooter being a cunt and not doing what we need to do offensively, but it's the thing is that we know if Bob Quinn, through the years, the wasted signings, Paul Warlow, Wallace Gilberry, Raphael Bush, Johnson Batamosi, who else, man? Can't even think of who else we wasting money on. Somebody just recently, Ricky Jean Francois. All the money through the years we wasted on players like this. All the expensive players that we used to glorify, wish we had, were right there for the opening. Jonathan Hankins. I'm still trying to figure out how Green Bay got Muhammad Wilkerson, who would be a nice player for our defense personally, more than he would be for them. Ziggy just not being there. It's like we know why we're like this, and it's like the feeling of I feel like they can do something about it, but they can't. It's like they won't. I heard a rumor at the job saying like, Ford is only in it for the money. They really don't care. This is a marketing scheme that they up to just keep us to sell seats. That's all it's about. And I'm starting to wonder if that's true. It doesn't make any sense. Matt Patricia, I can't give him too much credit. You know why? Because at the end of the day, this is his. Even though you try to give Paul Pasqualoni somewhat of a slight, not a pass, but you try to like leave him alone. I'm not leaving him alone. But let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, Patricia is well enough experienced to know what he wants on this defense. He wants his secondary to be out there covering people on third down with the game on the line. Not putting a linebacker. I don't care how fast the linebacker is or not. You don't put Jared Davis on Ezekiel Elliott running down the field. You don't put no linebacker in that situation. He knows better. Nobody has to hold Matt Patricia's hand to let him know that. And I know this is basically what you were kind of getting into, but I have to give Patricia also some blame for the offense. I don't care if you know defense. They said in this game yesterday that Patricia was with Golden Tate a lot in the field room, showing him what he could do better as a receiver from a defensive perspective eye. So you know something about offense. When you're a defensive coordinator, you know how to defend against it. So at some point, you can show somebody how to attack it. Which means and you've been with the Patriots for years, Tom Brady uses tight end sets and receiver sets and running back sets. He don't just lean on a small portion of the team. They don't ever prep their offense like that. They do everything that you and I both been screaming for, King. Matt Patricia knows better, but he refuses to do anything about what he knows. He's refusing to do it. He's refusing, and that's why I blame him. This is the guy that everybody wanted so bad. And like I said, I had a reason to be where I am. If you go tell me right now, peeps, if y'all go tell me that's out here really hard supporting Matt Patricia, that when the second half, when we get off our bye week and we just go come back doing the simple things we could have been doing yesterday, like giving the carry on the ball more. That's the only thing that's gonna change. We go wait all the. You telling me when it's time to adjust and get into the last 8 games of the season, this is what we go for? We just go turn to the Patriots in November and then just start kicking butt. That's what y'all telling me? Because that's so they could be doing that right now. Matt Patricia knows better. I don't know why he's pussyfooting around. I blame him just as much as I do Bob Quinn and the coordinators. You know better. You know what system you came from. You saw the offense and how the offense used to flow. You know something. You know what the quarterback you have. This ain't right. You played against this guy in the preseason. You know what Jim Bob Cooter is about. Screen, check downs. You had enough offseason to get to know who he is and what he likes to do. I understand you want to keep him there because of familiarity, but that was the wrong reason to do so. Because I feel Bob Quinn doesn't even care to have this guy here. That's why he let you have it. Just so you can put your mark on the team. You know better. Just like you know better on your defensive scheme. I told you before, you had to take the chance to call the plays on both sides of the ball, because at the end of the day, this is your defense that Paul Pasqualoni is trying to put his little spin on. And it's not. At times it works, but a lot of times it doesn't. You know what best to do with your defense. And with this offense, you know it shouldn't be flowing like this. You should not be 1 minute having a guy rush for 100 yards, then he come in the next game, give you a 30-yard off the rip the very first play, and you take him out the game and barely give him, 9 carries. You know something wrong with that. You know something wrong that you got these tight ends that are talented. Luke Wilson may not be the greatest tight end in the world, but he made plenty of big-time plays with Seattle. He's made plenty of plays for Seattle. Yeah, he's not the most talented guy. Yeah, he's dropped passes, but he's been there. The reason why they give him up because they need to spend money for a guy like him. They can find somebody else to do his production, but he's more than capable enough as a tight end. Michael Roberts was technically inactive yesterday, so he was hurt. Got you a jump ball touchdown against San Francisco. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the guy healthy. He's just waiting to have the ball thrown to him. Akeem Valles and Tim Toyolo, they're doing about what they should. They should be the escape route tight ends. We need a quick first down on 2nd and 10, throw a short pass. So that's about what I expect them to do. But Michael Roberts and Lou Wilson, they should be, as tight ends, they should be testing people downfield. They're throwing mismatches because they're used to doing it. You mean to tell me, and I'm just going to say it right now, it's a shame because offensively, talent perspective from the quarterback to the last player on offense, I don't care what you guys say. You can unsub me when I say this. The Lions have a top 5 overall offense in the NFL. They have a top 3, possibly even top 2 offense in the NFC. But you want to know why it don't look like it? You want to know why it may sound like I'm talking crazy? Because of Jim Bob Cooter and his bullshit scheme. That's why. Peace.